We use power plugs every day, often without even noticing them. They're so woven into the fabric of our routines that we rarely pause to consider their presence or importance. Yet rarely do we give them a second thought, even as they quietly enable nearly every aspect of our modern lives. They're the silent gatekeepers of our electrified world, connecting us to a hidden river of energy with a simple push, making the invisible power grid accessible at our fingertips. Every feature, from the shape of the prongs to the markings on the casing, is the result of decades of engineering and safety innovation. These details are not random, they're carefully designed to protect us and ensure reliability. The plug's design is so effective it's become invisible. Reliable, safe, and intuitive. It's a testament to how good design can fade into the background, quietly serving us day after day. But if we pause and look closer, we'll find a story of ingenuity and safety etched into every detail. Each groove, each material choice, and every safety feature tells a tale of problem solving and progress. The plug is more than a piece of plastic. It's the final link in a complex chain that powers our world. It connects us to a vast network of energy, making modern life possible. Let's take a moment to appreciate this everyday marvel and uncover the secrets hiding in plain sight. There's a fascinating world behind this simple object waiting to be explored. It's time to give the humble power plug its moment in the spotlight and recognize the role it plays in keeping our lives running smoothly. So let's begin our journey and discover the hidden wonders inside the walls of our homes. Pick up a plug and you'll see a series of tiny markings, codes, numbers, and symbols. 13A or 250V aren't random. They tell you the maximum current and voltage the plug can handle. The double square symbol, that means double insulation, no earth wire needed for safety. The CE mark, it's a passport showing the plug meets European safety standards. A crossed out wheelie bin? That's a reminder to recycle electronics responsibly. Approval marks like BSI or ASTA mean the plug has passed rigorous safety tests. These markings are a hidden language designed to keep you safe. Next time you plug in, remember you're holding a carefully labeled document of safety. The plug's design is a masterclass in safety, blending clever engineering with everyday practicality. It's easy to overlook just how much thought has gone into something so ordinary, but every element is there for a reason. The tough plastic casing insulates you from live electricity, keeping your hands safe even if you're plugging in with wet fingers. The metal pins, which carry the current, are shielded by non-conductive material, so only the very tips ever make contact with the socket. On a British plug, the longer earth pin acts as a safety trigger, opening internal shutters in the socket before the live and neutral pins can connect, like a key unlocking a door, ensuring you're protected from accidental contact with live parts. Partial insulation on the live and neutral pins means that even if the plug isn't fully inserted, your fingers are shielded from dangerous voltage. This simple feature prevents accidental shocks, especially in busy households or workplaces. Inside, a tiny fuse stands guard, ready to sacrifice itself if too much current flows. This small component instantly cuts off power before disaster can strike, protecting both you and your appliances from electrical faults. Every detail, from the precise length of each pin to the plastic sleeves that cover them, is engineered with your safety in mind. Nothing is left to chance. The best safety features are the ones you never notice, working quietly in the background, letting you plug in and power up without a second thought. That's the genius of the power plug, a simple object perfected over decades that keeps millions of people safe every single day. Travel abroad and you'll quickly discover not all plugs fit all sockets. There are over a dozen types worldwide, each a product of local history and safety needs. These differences aren't just inconvenient, they're crucial safety barriers, preventing dangerous mismatches of voltage and wiring. Plug shapes enforce compatibility and correct polarity, ensuring devices connect safely. Universal standards never took hold because each country invested in its own system long ago. Changing every socket would be a monumental task, so the patchwork remains. Each plug is a snapshot of a nation's journey into the electrical age. Our world is connected, but sometimes it's the differences that keep us safe. The very first homes wired for electricity looked quite different from what we know today. There were no wall sockets at all, just a few bare light fixtures hanging from the ceiling, casting a dim glow over the room. If you wanted to power anything else, you had to get creative. Early electrical appliances didn't have dedicated outlets. Instead, people plugged them directly into light bulb sockets using awkward adapters. It was a risky, makeshift solution that often led to blown fuses, shocks over sense, or fires. That all changed in 1904 when inventor Harvey Hubble introduced the separable plug and socket. His clever design allowed people to safely connect and disconnect appliances, making electricity far more accessible and much safer for everyone. As electricity became more common in homes, people also became more aware of its dangers. This led to new plug designs with earth connections and built-in fuses, adding extra layers of protection against shocks and electrical fires. After World War II, Britain introduced the Type G plug. With its sturdy design, built-in fuse, and safety shutters, it set a new standard for protecting people from electrical accidents. Meanwhile, other countries developed their own unique plug types, each reflecting local engineering traditions, safety standards, and even cultural preferences about how electricity should be used. The evolution of the humble plug is really a story about how societies learn to manage risk, adapt to new technology, and embrace the incredible power of electricity in everyday life. Every plug you see today is a small piece of history, shaped by decades of innovation, trial and error, and the ongoing quest to keep us safe while powering our world. Even seasoned users miss the clever details in plug design. Those holes in American plug prongs, they help the socket grip the plug securely. Standards codes like BS1363 reference detailed documents dictating every aspect of design and safety. Wire colors inside the cord, brown for live, blue for neutral, green and yellow for earth, are a vital code for electricians. These standards evolved over time, sometimes creating confusion but always aiming for safety. Behind the scenes, global organizations harmonize appliance connections even if wall plugs differ. That's why your laptop cord fits worldwide. Even if the plug changes, it's a quiet triumph of international cooperation. The power plug isn't glamorous, but it's essential. It's the final, critical link between the grid and your devices. Reliable, safe, and easy to use. Every time you plug in, you trust a century of engineering and regulation. The plug's reliability is no accident. It's the result of countless improvements and rigorous standards. Take a moment to notice the markings, the shape, the solid plastic, each a testament to hidden ingenuity. The plug is a monument to everyday engineering, quietly keeping us safe. Our homes are filled with such unsung heroes. Even the smallest things can hold the biggest ideas.